Brought to you by Penguin.
The Career Change Guide, written and read by me, Rachel Schofield. This book is dedicated to my own band of career change cheerleaders, Jeremy, Martha and Anna, who believed in me when my courage wobbled. And for any other mums who sometimes need reminding who they really are and what they're capable of. Introduction. So tell me, just how long have you been thinking about a career redesign? A few months? A couple of years? A decade? Does it sneak up on you on holiday when your mind finally has time to wander? After a crappy day in the office, when you've sold more pointless widgets and your ideas have gone unnoticed? Maybe when your surly teen rolls their eyes at yet another meal you've slaved over, and you wonder if it's time you went back to work. Or perhaps as you hit like on a friend's LinkedIn post and notice an uncomfortable twinge of jealousy. Of course, we all have days when we idly dream of a new life, but this is different. The career thoughts and ideas that regularly rattle around your brain inspire, terrify, and muddle you all at the same time. You've probably tried the patience of your partner and friends with your constant talk of change and your utter inability to take action. Perhaps you've made a few half-hearted attempts to get started, but soon backed off, full of more doubt and questions than excitement and motivation. You've become a serial Googler of training courses, solopreneurs, or career pivots. Sound familiar? If you're wondering how the A-level choices you made 10 years ago have led you down a career path you feel you never really chose, if you're reassessing your future now you're a parent with new priorities and different ambitions, if you're sensing an opportunity to reinvent yourself as your kids are growing up and it's finally you time, if the global pandemic has shaken your world and is pushing you towards change, then this book is for you. The wonderful people I coach all have their own individual career stories, but it's fair to say they have three things in common. One, they feel they've somehow lost sight of who they really are. Two, they want to create a working life that feels meaningful and fulfilling, but they're unsure what that looks like or how to get there. And three, they're excited and motivated some days and hit by rocky confidence and self-doubt the next. Sound like you? I thought so. Because my knowledge of what goes on in the heads of career changers doesn't just come from working with my clients. It comes from my own personal experience of that strange roller coaster ride that is a career change. Let me briefly share my story with you. Before making my very own career pivot, I reported and presented for the BBC for over 20 years. Starting out as a keen young reporter for local TV and radio, I moved to Radio 4's You and Yours and Woman's Hour, and then spent more than a decade presenting for the organisation's flagship 24-hour news channel. I was full-time, part-time and freelance, changing my work to fit around our family and reassessing what worked and what didn't after both of my year-long maternity leaves. I'm married and our two daughters are now teenagers. When it felt like there was too much that wasn't working, practically and in terms of my own job fulfillment, I did what you're doing. I started investigating. I knew I wasn't inspired. I was fed up with antisocial shifts and felt a little bit unseen as a small freelancer in a huge machine. I knew I still enjoyed asking questions, analysing responses and digging for truth, but I was tired of asking questions people tried to avoid answering, and I was looking for something more collaborative to replace the combative nature of political debate. I knew I wanted a change, and it needed to be bigger than working as a journalist in another guise. But I was also scared of getting it wrong and parting company with an internationally respected organisation which I'd been proud to call home since I was 21. What else could I do with the skills I had? What should I do? What did I want to do? How would I make it happen? And, horror of horrors, how would I explain it in a way that was credible to other people? Working that out took time, energy, and honesty. It led...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?